Mr Carthy.
Chairman, one of the things that I've been most disappointed with since becoming a member of the European Parliament has been what I consider to be the failure of this committee often to adequately stand up for and fight on behalf of farmers in relation to trade deals and the Commission's trade deals. And I found it very interesting when we were discussing CETA, TTIP, Mercosur in the past that oft times we'd hear members of this committee say, yes, well, maybe there could be losses in these deals for beef, but whatever we lose in beef, we'll make up for it in dairy. And that's why I think I'd welcome the fact that now this New Zealand trade deal is on the table and part of the discussion, because I think it will be clear now to farmers right across Europe that, first of all, whatever is lost on beef in TTIP and CETA and Mercosur isn't going to be compensated for any gains in dairy anyway. But notwithstanding that, what's lost on beef and those other trade deals is actually going to pale into insignificance when you consider the threat that our dairy farmers are going to be under if we were to see the type of so-called ambitious agreement that we know the Commission are pursuing with New Zealand. That's not even to mention then the impact on lamb farmers right across the board. I think in terms of our opinion on the New Zealand trade deal, I think there's a number of things that we as an Agriculture Committee need to be standing firm on. I think we need to be demanding the exclusion of vulnerable sectors. We need to take into consideration Brexit. I think it would be absolutely bizarre if we were to compile an opinion from the Agriculture Committee without making reference at all to Brexit, considering the huge threats that Brexit itself is presenting to farmers across the island of Ireland, but also across many other states. But when you also consider that the EU currently has an agreement in place to buy 230,000 tonnes of New Zealand's lamb and goat each year, and Britain currently is buying about 40% of that, that's going to cause huge displacement across the rest of Europe unless we put in place some mechanisms to deal with that. And thirdly, I think our opinion needs to demand the exclusion of any suggestion that the investment court, this centrepiece of these trade deals, and we need to be demanding that that is removed from any of these trade deals, because there's a clear picture emerging that these deals are being designed to cater for the largest multinational corporations in the world. And what increasingly is being seen is that the conflicts between those corporations and the interests of our family farmers and the communities and the economies that are dependent on them are becoming more and more conflicting. I suppose the question that now lies with us as an Agriculture and Rural Development Committee is, whose side are we on?